It's fine. I'm fine with being here. I'm gonna be here anyway.
Are we on?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you're on.
Nobody yet.
Three people. One person. July 7th.
Are we wide now? Can you see my face?
Yep,
now?
it's your face. You can wave.
Hello.
No, you're still as well.
Oh yeah.
There's a lag.
Yeah.
It is hard to
Yep.
see. Hello.
Hi, junkies.
We're gonna stop this here because this is starting to make me sick just watching it go through. We got the right end here. Let's do this one. Okay. Hello, junkies. Bob Trait here, editorial director, and we have the new Evan Liss. We are going to unbox this Guardians of the Galaxy Star-Lord helmet that Evan actually picked up. We're going to talk about how we got it, which is really cool because he actually went out and bought it. Well, sort of went out and bought it.
Right.
And before we really get into it, we wanted to say that we're going to be at GamerCon, which is July 7th and 8th in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. We have information up on the website, and we also have there'll be a little post. We're going to repost this on YouTube. Now we are going to unbox this, which is going to be fun. This one is a little bit different than some of the other helmets and Marvel Legend series big toys that we've seen. We do have an example of one of their other helmets coming out, or has already come out. I don't know if you can see it. It's off here to the side. MJ, can they see that other helmet?
No.
No. Okay, so we'll bring the other helmet in here then. Sorry, we're a little bit tight in here because it's just two of us, and this is a bigger box than things that were normal. So, Evan, why did you want this helmet to begin with?
Well, one, I liked Guardians of the Galaxy a lot. I liked Star-Lord as a character, but I liked the thing I liked the most about this helmet was that it also had the added feature of the Bluetooth headphones. And I think that's a really cool feature that Hasbro added to this helmet specifically because it fits the Star-Lord character so well, because that's the kind of thing that he would have built into his own helmet. So I got this off of Amazon. I found out that they were running a sale. It was at $75, which I believe it's still at.
Ashley Wheaton Brazel says, "Hi guys."
Hello,
Hello.
Ashley. So you said it was on sale. It was on sale.
Yeah, it was on sale. It was down to $75. I had some cash back from my Discover card, and I had a couple gift cards that I've been holding on for a while. So I got it down to like $12, and I think for $12,
And you're an Amazon Prime member.
Yep.
So
I got it. I ordered it on Friday night. Got it Monday. Picked it up from my parents last night, and I could not wait for this live stream. So it's already opened.
It's already sort of open, but he put it all back in the box.
Yep.
Now, one thing that Evan told me when he came in today to the office was that he brought the box in so we could display it in the back like we have our Thanos Infinity Glove gauntlet behind us. But he told me it was that or he was going to throw the box away. And I immediately yelled at him and said, "You never throw the box of something like this away." First of all, it is a $100 toy. But a couple of years from now, Evan needs to make space. He wants to get rid of it. He hasn't touched it. The batteries are no longer in it. The resale value is additional, like $50, probably easy, if you have the box, if you have the instructions. So yes, this is a great thing for your cosplay costume. I really hope Evan's gonna be Star-Lord for Halloween this year, which would be great.
Plan.
Yeah.
Craig Waters says that it is also $74.99 at Best Buy.
Oh, there you go.
And I think since this is really kind of one of the noobs first, why don't you give like a little explanation about how you got into it? Because even you purchasing this, I think, is a pretty big thing.
So really quick, always keep the box. Fold it down, flatten it out, put it in storage, put it in the attic. Always hold on to the box. Keep it out of the sun. That's another good thing with resale value. Always keep it out of the sun. there's a toy store that we're friends with. There's Symbiote Collectibles, and his biggest thing is when I brought stuff in to sell to him is how great the box looks when it's faded and washed out or water damaged. Yeah, it's still the box, but the value of reselling it for him as a retailer is great because it looks good, you know. So this is your first helmet.
Yes. So there's a couple Into the Wilds that we did where we when I first saw these, I saw the Iron Man one, and then we saw the Star-Lord one, found out that I had the Bluetooth headphones, and I was like, I need that.
Episode 3.
It is episode 3?
I believe it's episode 3.
And so I kept thinking about it, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to push it off. I'm going to wait. I'll see if it goes on sale anywhere, if I can find it at Toys R Us while it's on sale. And then I saw it on Amazon, and I was like, it's time.
Yeah.
It's time for me to buy this because it's at a reasonable-ish price. And it's an expensive pair of headphones that look really cool. That's the way I sort of justified it to myself, because I'm not a big toy guy, not really into all of this, but this is cool. This is cool for me. I'm not a big toy guy, that's the thing.
He's not. No. He had wrote an article, my first Black Series figure.
Mm-hmm.
So then he had that, and you've got a lot more toys now.
I do have a lot more.
That Korg on the wall behind is actually your first pop.
Yep.
So,
I don't know if they can see it.
Yeah, he's not allowed to take it home and has to stay here.
We've been waiting to open it for this.
Yes, but he just, another day, another Doug.
Another day.
So, technically you've opened this twice, so you're really going to get into this here. So now this takes 3 AA batteries, which for headphones I think is pretty cool. You can walk around with that.
Yeah, it's not too bad. You get it open on the side, has this double open thing here to help hold it in place, I think.
Which is nice.
Yeah. I think Hasbro did a really good job of packaging this.
Yeah. You said it doesn't feel heavy, right?
Yeah, it does. I made a video of me unboxing it, because I couldn't wait, but I knew unboxing it would be important to see. So there will be a video that we'll attach to this when we put it on our YouTube channel. So it comes in this sort of protective cardboard. It did have a bag, but I took it out earlier.
Which is nice for shipping. It keeps the dust off of it, the road dust. But hold on to that cardboard because that'll be one of those things. If you're not going to collapse the box, just keep all that in there. It really helps.
It'll help you move it too.
Yeah.
It comes with little instructions, shows you where the batteries are and how to turn everything on.
Now, the nice thing about that is you've already put the batteries in, so we don't have to, like we did with the Thanos glove, actually unscrew the battery pack.
And spend the time doing that.
Yeah.
So the batteries go in right here around the mouth, which is a little bit scary. But I don't know exactly where else you would put them in this helmet.
Yeah, it doesn't. This isn't very solid, as in that's where everything the electronics of it is stored.
Yeah.
It's all stored right in the face.
Yeah.
Which I think probably cuts down on the wiring because you'll see it. So this does a little bit more than just play headphones. Play music.
So you have a button here on this side that turns on the lights and makes a lot of noise. It's really loud on the inside of the headphones.
Right.
You can't. I don't know if you could hear it from there, but you get to you turn on the lights in there and you can dim them 3 times until they're off, which I think is nice because it's a little bit difficult to see in a bright room with the lights on. Now because it's a red filter and then it's really bright.
This is the first of these to actually do that, as far as I can remember, and I know the Black Panther one actually has the lights that change inside the eye. So it'll be interesting to see the difference with the Black Panther one in relation to the Star-Lord helmet.
So then you also, on the inside, it took me a while to find this, but on the inside, this is where you switch on the Bluetooth as well. There's a little switch on there to make sure to keep it on or off, which, save the batteries, keep it off.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I'm going to throw it on, and then I will deal with the Bluetooth and connecting it.
Okay, all right. He's going to get that on.
So there's a whole bunch of straps here. Originally, I thought this one was a chin guard. I don't know why.
It looks like a chin guard.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But it's...
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's...
You're the one who bought it.
It's a whole thing to get it on.
Craig Waters also says that the Iron Man helmet dims 3 times as well.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Craig. Didn't know that. I had a friend who got the Iron Man helmet, but he wouldn't bring it to work, so we couldn't play with it. Nice.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird to figure out how these things connect when it's on top of your head. To figure that out. I feel like I have to talk a little bit louder.
No, it's all right. The thing, turn your head this way. The thing I like about the design of this helmet is very much, and I didn't realize this until he turned this way, is that it looks like the Star-Lord helmet as he was reintroduced into the Marvel comics before they actually took off the mask and you saw the guy underneath. So it's kind of like that helmet without the little top that used to be there, so it lets the hair in. And it's good. Light the eyes up again. So what's your peripheral vision here, Evan?
I can see up to about there.
About there. So not something you should be driving with, or maybe even riding your bike. What about skiing? Do you think you could wear it skiing?
No.
No? You wouldn't be that daring?
You need to move too much when you're skiing.
Okay, all right.
Would you enter a dance contest with?
Yes,
absolutely.
Would you a dance contest?
I don't
sure.
I don't need to see myself to drive. You know.
Okay. All right. All right. Now take that thing off. Let's see how easy it is to get off.
Craig Waters also cannot wait for the Black Panther helmet.
Yeah, that's I believe sometime in the fall, which I'm sure that they're freaking out at Hasbro right now because Black Panther is so hot right now. To sell that helmet probably would go like that.
What was the question?
Craig online is saying he's excited for the Black Panther.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, release date is August.
August.
So
okay.
it's not too difficult to take off. It's the straps that are in there that help keep it in place that you have to pull those off as you're going. So it will muff up your hair a little bit.
So
but
it's got some rubber pads here at the top, to kind of cushion your head. And then where are the speakers? Where do they actually?
You can see they're right on the ears. You can see
those don't look like actual speakers. That's plastic. That's not an actual. I don't think that's an actual speaker. Do you?
Oh, maybe it comes from down here. Those look like speakers.
Yeah, I think that. So the music actually comes at your face.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing we were talking about here was that we don't think you can't talk on your phone with it.
Yeah, we haven't been able to tell yet whether there's a microphone in there or not. I don't think there is.
It doesn't say that there's
a
a voice modification device or anything like that. Now Hasbro's done that, where they've had Clone Trooper helmets, they've had Boba Fett helmets, where the voice actually changes by pressing a button. But it just looks like there's speakers. It doesn't look like any kind of microphone here. It does have the nose piece here to rest. Is it comfortable?
Yeah, it feels good when you're in it. It feels nice and snug. It doesn't feel like it's going to fall off your head or wobble back and forth.
But as you can see, the eyes may look bigger on this side, but on this side, you're talking like welder goggles.
Yeah, it's not
very.
It's not a great view. You can't really see all that much. But I mean, for the helmet and for what it looks like, I'm not really upset about that. I mean, they could have built the side a little bit better so you could see your sides a little bit better. But
MJ, can you see the Trooper helmet?
It's still catching up. Yes, should be able to.
Okay, so I brought in the Black Series Stormtrooper helmet so we could do a comparison on. Now I do play with this, so I apologize that it's a little nicked up. But then again, it's a bucket. You got to put it on.
Your bucket head.
This does change the voice. Now I do have the batteries out at the time. This does change the voice, but something that I noticed that this is heavy. This is really heavy. This is heavy compared to this. What do you think?
Yeah, it's much heavier. But
Yeah,
I think there's a lot more. I think.
Yeah. Well, this just changes your voice. I mean, that's all that really does. But I think as far as peripheral vision goes, I can see way out to here.
Yeah.
With that.
Well, because you have the
Yeah.
goggles, the sight is a lot wider.
Right. Considering stormtroopers can't hit anything,
and they can see more.
Yeah, my vision is great. But as we were doing comparisons to the inside here, you can see that Hasbro has a lot of the same kind of mechanics with the nose piece and how it rests, and it's we just thought we'd show them off and give you a comparison because we're sure there's a lot of junkies that bounce back and forth between Marvel and Star Wars. So it is neat, and this is where these are the speakers where your voice comes out here. So that's I think it's a little nice touch. But I actually have two of these, so one stays in the box, and the other one is out to walk around the neighborhood with when it snows.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch the Bluetooth on.
Okay, let's put the Bluetooth on.
So again, the switch is right in here. You just switch that over, and the cool thing. You have to make sure you switch the button on because it won't recognize it if it's not if it's not on. I mean, I don't know how long the lights will turn off before it would stop working. And it starts to make noises. Let me see if it's discoverable. Angie?
Why would it be Angie?
I don't know. Why is that discoverable?
I don't know. So it does come up though.
It did on my iPad.
Yes, we have we have a full video of Evan opening this, and it comes up Star-Lord.
Star-Lord helmet.
Star-Lord helmet on his Bluetooth. Because you turned off your internet.
No, it shouldn't. It should just be the Bluetooth. Let me turn my Bluetooth on.
Well, this is real. This is live.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing this. Again, junkies, we're going to be at GamerCon on July 7th and 8th in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. We're going to have a table, 2 tables actually. We're going to be selling stuff. Just meet and greet the junkies that are in the tri-state area. If you're going to come down from New York, that's awesome. You're going to come from further away. We really want to hear from you. Get to meet us. We're going to be manning the table. We'll be walking around looking for games and toys, of course. Evan is definitely... How
about Noob Dunk Tank? How do we feel about Noob Dunk Tank?
I like the idea of a Noob Dunk Tank.
I'd risk it.
Wow. What if it's all like KY jelly instead of water?
That would be weird.
That would be weird.
He'd probably float.
He'd probably...
I'm going to grab my iPad because it's already connected to that.
So it's already... Okay, so the noob is going to get his iPad just to show you that the Bluetooth works. I have to say though, I really like that it has a bit. If you're somebody who likes to customize, there's a little bit of wear that kind of shows you that Star-Lord just didn't buy this helmet. But I think that you could probably add a couple extra layers of grit and dirt to it. It was already synced to your iPad.
Yeah,
it
well,
yeah, way to go, genius.
I'm going to disconnect it from this.
Oh.
See, that's the noise it makes when you connect it or disconnect it.
Oh, so it has a really nice connector noise. That's cool.
The thing I like about the mask is since this is actual, you can see the depth on all the pieces, even through the video.
Mm-hmm.
So, you can see the brim over the eyes.
Yes.
You can see each of them, whereas I think when you're watching the movie, because most of that isn't practical effects, it's that CGI.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool to see it in your hand.
Yeah.
From this position.
Okay, so you can see on the phone, it comes up as Star-Lord helmet in the Bluetooth, and then when I connect it, you should hear something.
So it kind of sounded like an engine, almost like revving up.
So when that's the noise that it makes when it connects. If you want to try calling me, MJ, let's see if you come through the headphones.
We'd like to play music, but something from the soundtrack. But we've noticed that if we do that, Facebook will not let us host the video on our own page.
Yeah, they'll take it down almost immediately.
So "Hooked on a Feeling" would be a cool thing to play, but just imagine it in your head.
Try talking because it's connected.
Hello. You may want to put it on and then see if I can hear you talk.
Yeah. So we're MJ's calling Evan right now to see if we can actually use it as at least a listening device for your phone. You should be able to. Can you hear him? Okay, we've switched over.
Try again.
I hear you. Pretty clear. So I think there might be a speaker in there.
Oh, my phone's right there.
That could be it too.
No, it's not. Doesn't seem to be going through because it won't connect on the phone through the Star-Lord helmet. It just keeps going back to the iPhone.
Well, it definitely works to play music, and you said take that off. You said that it actually works the speaker is actually very loud to play music on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We have a comment from a Kimberly Trait.
Yes.
Shirt Bob.
Yes.
What you said? Great shirt.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, the music. You hear me in the video saying that the music. It sounds like it's coming from all around you.
Okay.
Which it's when you look at the speakers themselves and you look at the helmet, it doesn't seem like the headphones, the speakers would be super great.
Super great.
Because it's not something amazing, but when you're in there and you're hearing it sounds really great. Plus the fact that the top is open,
right?
You can just set it down, turn your music all the way up, and it's just a Bluetooth speaker in the middle of your room.
I can see it like a disgruntled teenager sitting at the sitting in the living room with his family, listening to his music and just not communicating
at all.
But they would hear everything that the music was too, because it's
wow. That's just picking it up. Did I press something? I just picked it up and it went.
Yeah.
I could see that you setting this down and then just putting one of your portable speakers inside of it and then just playing music, from it, kind of something to, almost protect your speaker. So, Evan, now that you had this, do you have any you know, will another one come along and you're like, yeah, I think I'm gonna get. I mean, the Legend, Marvel Legends series stuff is on the pricey side. So I mean, if you're gonna hunt for the deal, or you're gonna be like, you know, I think I need Captain America's shield now at this point.
I don't know, because I like this helmet has a little bit more utility than just putting it on and like voice modulation. I think I like the fact that I can play music through it.
Okay.
I think that's what really got me to buy this one. Okay. I think if Hasbro adds something to a helmet in the future that has like a cool like auxiliary sort of utility, I think I would go for it. But like the hammer, the Thor's hammer looks really cool, but it's not something I would go out and buy, especially for the price point.
So is it utility for you, or is it character? Like your favorite movie, like you say, is Spider-Man. So if you got a Spider-Man helmet or even the gloves, you know, is that something that would get you, or it has to do two things?
I think it would have to do more than just be what it is. If I was trying to do like a dedicated costume or something, then maybe I would go for it. If I could get it for a price that wasn't like as absorbent as $100. Like I was able to get this 25% off and then had all that extra stuff to be able to justify to myself to spend that much money on it.
Is there a price point that would get you? Is $50 enough for the low enough for the Thor?
I think so. If I had a gift card and things like that, and if I had a good space to put it in, or I had plans to use it, I don't think as just something to showcase. That's not something personally I would do, or I would spend that much money on. Yeah.
Well, we are looking for the Poe Dameron helmet, right?
I'm not actually. We've been out on the hunts a few times, and we've seen the Poe Dameron helmet as low as I think 75 and 50. But it just, every time I see it on somebody's head, it sits funny. It looks like you're wearing like an egg sideways. It just doesn't quite have that same feel as an X-Wing helmet. And I'm really kind of like almost disappointed by Hasbro not to release Luke's helmet, because to make that helmet itself, I mean, to get a real one and go through all that artwork and stuff, it's like release the $100 X-Wing helmet. People are going to buy them left and right and modify them and repaint them. You got Wedge, you got Biggs. Now you've got characters from Rogue One that you can do their helmets for, Hoffy and stuff. So I mean, it's just one of those things. Rogue 2.
Don't forget Porkins.
Porkins.
We got a couple comments.
Okay.
I think it would be great if we could get a Yoda helmet that it jumbled up your words.
And the ears would just slightly kind of go in.
Just kind of do the gizmo. So Charles P., our friend from RetroCon, gave you guys a thumbs up and then said VR Iron Man helmet.
Yeah,
that does seem pretty cool.
We saw it at I did at Toy Fair, and there was a line to try it out. I was really kind of disappointed, but it all goes right into your phone. So I mean, really, if you just buy the game, you could just do it with your phone itself. But the hands is what really kind of, the moving of your hands is really what made it cool. So I really like that.
Did it come with extra gloves or no?
No, it did. The toy itself comes with gloves. Yeah.
Cool.
Charles P. also said watch movies through the helmet would be awesome. And then Kim said, Kim Trait said agreed that Iron Man helmet would be awesome.
So I just got permission, I think, to get the Iron Man helmet if I find it, which is really, really cool.
So does that mean the next time we go to a closing Toys R Us, you'll be running from the start again?
You know, I have this thing where I really like these kind of toys. I think these are really, really cool. And as an adult, you know, you can justify the price. You can say, and then when people come over and they see it, they immediately want to try it on. So there's never any mocking. When you get things like, sometimes you get like action figures and stuff, you kind of get the weird look from your parents or your aunts and uncles, or you know, people come to visit. But when they have stuff like this, they immediately want to try it on. Like my mother-in-law came over to visit, she had to put on the Stormtrooper helmet, you know, immediately. So there was a little, you know, these are cool. If you find a reason to take it out, like you're going to cosplay, well, not cosplay, this is going to be your Halloween costume.
Yeah, I'm going to try and find the rest of the parts and do my best to
we don't live in a world anymore where you could just walk down the street and wear the helmet without somebody probably calling the cops. So, you know, if you can go to a convention, you can accessorize, you can do something fun with your wedding photos. My wedding photos, we had 2 Boba Fett's, a Darth Vader, and a Stormtrooper helmet in our wedding photos. And it was just fun. It was just like, you know, we had some different pictures.
So Kim has given you the thumbs up, so I think you're good to go on the Iron Man.
Good to go on until we start.
That's the VR or the...
No, I think that's the Marvel Legends helmet.
Charles says Star Wars helmets rule, And I think too, Bob, especially, and I'd say this is a little bit more your and my generation than Evan's. These helmets are something that for years you had to make your own version of, right? And I mean, you're somebody who shot their own movies as well as a lover of cinema.
Yeah.
So I think that's another thing that kind of connects you, because now you know the hard work that goes into actually making one of these.
Yes.
So now that you could go and it's more mainstream and wide appeal, one, it's like, hey, good, it saves me the time, I don't have to make it. But two, there is that extra level of acceptance that's like, look, you know, they finally figured out what we knew for so long.
Right, right. I do have a original Don Post Stormtrooper helmet, and the difference is, and it's instantly noticeable, is first of all, there's no straps on the inside to rest it on your head.
It's just a bucket.
I have to put it on this way on my head and then turn it. Now, I do have a bit of a nose. I do realize that. But once I get it on, it doesn't hit my nose at all. And the eyes are little peg holes. So it's really bad. And now that I touch it, because it's really hard latex plastic, you can feel it like come off in your hands. So I've kept it for nostalgia's sake. But it was, I think I still had the price tag on it up until about 3 or 4 years ago. It was $79.99, and it did nothing. And I had a Darth Vader helmet that was, I think it was about $59.99 that I got before, and that I still have. It's 2 pieces, and you can actually put Armor All on it, and that's a good way to clean, not maybe this, but definitely this. This with little Armor All would clean up real nice. But those helmets are great, and I hope that we can get the Black Series Darth Vader, the Black Series Darth Vader helmet, because we've seen that on a couple of Instagrams already that people have gotten it, and it's literally like every piece that Luke took off Vader at the end of Return of the Jedi. And then to compare it to the Don Post that I actually had to repaint because the stickers had all fallen off. It's going to be fun to see the difference between the two. And the size of which, like, this is much bigger than the helmet that I have, but it's more realistic. I mean, everything on that original helmet was painted. This is grooves and plastics and pieces. And I think this was 3 pieces to put together.
That's one thing I like about this one is that it feels, when I put it on my head, it doesn't feel like it's too big. Okay. As opposed to like the Thanos glove. Like I get it. It's supposed to be Thanos, but like this feels like it's something that I could be this character.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna find out come October.
Yeah.
You know,
whether
we're
I
gonna
can pull that off.
We're gonna do some guns and a couple other things.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be able to 3D print the Star-Lord blasters.
Yeah. I have the original Nerf Guardians of the Galaxy Star-Lord blaster, and it's very orange and gray. It's very straightforward, but I think if you just touched it up, I think it'd be fine. I think there are more Star-Lord pistols coming for the Infinity War.
Cool.
So that's another option for you. I mean, it's always a matter of can you find it or can you print it now, which is going to be a thing. But these are both, you know, this is really, really cool. Like you said, it's functional. I really do hope you go to the beach, put it on, and sit there and just groove out with your music. You'll probably get sunburn on the top, though. It's going to be a funky sunburn that you're going to get with that thing. So, anything else? Closing thoughts on this?
No, I'm happy that I bought it. That's one thing is when I opened it up, I was excited and I opened it up and I was very happy when I was done, like playing with it.
Cool.
To start, yeah.
Cool. And the nice thing about Star-Lord is there's so much music that's affiliated with the character that if you put this next to your vinyl collection, even to just as a like a bookshelf holder, a book holder, just to wedge it up. Bookend. Thank you.
No problem.
I think it would fit. It would look really cool on your shelf.
That's what my plan is when I get home. Where it's gonna sit for a while is on my record player.
Very cool. Very cool.
Charles asked Bob, "Is that helmet from GameStop?"
It is not. I bought it online. I bought it on Amazon. Sorry, I didn't know. I know there was a Black Series exclusive black helmet on Amazon that sold out like that. I really had no desire for that. I really wanted
the Death Trooper one?
Yeah, it's, well, not the Death Trooper.
From Rogue One?
It's more the black armor trooper that they had until the Death Troopers were introduced.
TIE Fighter.
I was so disappointed in the Hasbro, just the front of the Death Trooper helmet had the little plastic strap in the back. I was like, I wanted that more than this. And then I realized it was just for kids at like $25 for the price point. I was like, oh man, you guys blew it. You needed that whole thing. And I, again, don't understand why they're not making more of these kind of things. You know, like, I think that the market is there, the collectability is there, And, you know, granted, how many do you have to actually put in the store to actually sell? I mean, you know, up until Toys R Us recently starting to liquidate everything, they were easy to find.
Yeah.
The Stormtrooper helmets, not so much. They went like that. And they were difficult to find after, I think, the first week. They started just...
You're just starting to see these guys at Walmart now, too, which I never saw before. But
Which ones?
You can get the Gauntlet at Walmart. You can get Thor's hammer at Walmart.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that going forward, you'll be able to pick up, like, the Black Panther helmet.
Yeah. And with Toys R Us, you know, leaving us, we're going to see these things more at the Targets and the Walmarts, and maybe even... I think a lot of now we're on the East Coast, I think a lot of big chains like Boscov's, I think, should actually start carrying toys again. Even if it's a collector's corner, just be a very niche kind of audience. To have a Marvel wall would be highly profitable. I mean, not to just say, okay, well, you know, we're not going to carry everything, but we're going to carry Star Wars and Marvel products right now because...
You'd be fine with just that.
Right, that's the big thing. Even if we carry it for a couple of months, I think some of these stores, if there's any JCPenney's left, Kmart's, I think it's time to say, hey, we got to step up. We're going to make the money now. We need to sell these $100 helmets and those kind of items.
What I would really like to see is if we do see Marvel purchase 20th Century Fox and they bring the X-Men back in, that's going to really, I mean, like, I would buy a Magneto helmet. I would even buy the helmet that Professor X uses to control.
Oh, yeah.
What about like a Cyclops visor?
The visor, I mean, they actually, there is either there's a company that has made the visor, but I've seen a really well done visor before, and I instantly was sold. And I've
seen the Magneto helmet. If you can't hear MJ was talking about the fact that 20th Century Fox and Disney, if it does happen, the merger of the two, that hopefully we'll see some X-Men products, the Cyclops visor, the Magneto helmet. I've seen some fantastic Magneto helmets at Comic-Cons, and it's always on my list. I mean, that would, if it would be the blue one from First Class, or even just like a hardcore like purple and orange one, I would still easily display that on the shelf. I mean, Magneto just as a character alone allows you to be like, yeah, that's Magneto's
Just
helmet.
get a giant Juggernaut one.
That would be really interesting to see what you could do with the Juggernaut helmet, because so much of the face would be exposed. Yeah. You know, like the Tony Stark one comes up, this one, you know, comes off. Yeah. But that one is so much of the face is right here, but I would love to see...
It would be massive.
Even a Wolverine one. Even a Wolverine one would be good.
It's just sideburns?
Yeah. Yeah. No, the old school with the
mutton chops.
Yeah. It's, I think we're in that era now where these kind of things are sought after, wanted, and are not a loss for the big companies. So.
I was thinking though, if you're somebody like me who doesn't jump into these things, the price point for these is a little high. Like there's a lot to this. Yeah, I get that, but for the non-collector, I think it's hard to jump into something like this because it's hard to justify $100 for a helmet.
With this though, like I'm a Star Wars fan, and there's a lot more of us. So mass producing the Stormtrooper helmet is easy because you're going to sell it to the masses. Yeah, but
like we saw, it sold out.
Like with this though, you are a Guardians of the Galaxy fan. You like the character. That's your appeal. You don't have to go and buy every one they release. You don't need the Thanos glove. You don't need the Cap shield. You like this, and I think that's the key to selling these, is to find that one character who has that one thing, like Cap, Iron Man, Thor. Having that one thing is essential to making a product that people want. The Thanos glove. I mean, we've seen how many people have bought them. Yeah. You know, they want it. It's not only just this really cool thing from a movie that hasn't happened yet, but it's an iconic piece of Marvel history that people want.
We've known from the first Avengers that this was going to be a thing that was going to happen. So.
Right, and then when the toys started coming out, and there's a cheaper version of that, and if, you know what, you want to get that, you want to have fun, we have the oven mitt right here. I mean, there's lots of versions of it. You can make your own out of a yellow, you know, dishwashing glove and some gems.
We've seen a couple of those.
Yes, we've seen those, and those are fun. You know, just enjoy it and have fun with it, and that's what we're going to do with these. And I think that's it. I think we'll wrap it up. But again, we'll be at GamerCon July 7th and 8th in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. We'll be there with a table. We do have an interview with Steven Spielberg up on our page. We also have an interview with Ilya Kassoff, who is trying to bring back KB Toy Stores. So we have that interview up on our main page right now, and that's something Yes. Oh, and please share it. Please share that interview. Please share all of our content. The more content that we can get out to the world and spread, the more junkies we have, the better our voice is for you, so that you can have a better opinion on what figures get made, what figures don't get made, and you know, a lot of the companies are starting to listen to us now. We've got mad hits on a lot of our articles, and we just expanded our Instagram page. We have, again, we've mentioned it before, but we have a YouTube page that we really need you to subscribe to.
Which you'll see all of this back up over and over there.
Right, and you can actually, you know, we add little things to the videos. We try to add some jokes to them when we have the time. But it's a good way to actually, you know, see us just being ourselves and not just reading our content, which we love, but it's a little bit easier sometimes for us, just you to put us on YouTube and just have fun.
Yeah. Before we sign off real quick, the one thing that you mentioned was that companies are starting to listen to us more. That's the one thing that Elliot was talking about in our interview with him, was that he wants the voice of the collector because they're the people that are really looking for these things. They're the ones that want the toy stores back. And so the more that our voice is heard, the more yours is heard, and we can talk to more people that way. Because it's starting to seem like everybody's going to start listening soon.
Yeah.
Well, and right now, the voice of the collector is been diminished. And what they've said is that we're not out there enough. We're part of the reason why these places shut down. And I think that's a very big misconception. I think us going and buying, we will do more if you make sure that you think about what we want. If you don't give us what we want, we're not just going to show up like the masses and purchase anything.
Right.
So if you listen to what we have to say, you pay attention to what the collectors want, you give us fan service things like the helmets, we're going to show up and we're going to pay, because these are $100, $150 items that you can't keep stocked right now. You can't even find that gauntlet at $80 or $100. So give us something we want, and we'll buy it until there's nothing left.
Right. Yeah, we'll sell out of these things. You know, we want these things. We love these things. This is not just I wouldn't say it's a long-term investment, but it's a long-term of display, of collectability, of passing it on from one generation to the next. And that's what's cool about these toys, and that's why we love these toys. And these are fun things. Yeah. And you know, we just killed 30 minutes talking about them. Yeah. What are we gonna do? Just like put them on, wear them. You know, this is what collecting's about. This is the fun of it. But we need your help to get our voice and your voice out there to the Hasbros and the Mattels and all of them. So, thank you for tuning in. And again, this will be posted on our YouTube page. We'll see you at GamerCon, and enjoy your Easter holiday. Thank you, junkies.
Goodbye. I have to run over there. Trying to slide it to stop. There we go. How we do?
They're really good, honestly. There was a